I am back to the Netherlands for a couple of days, and they're gonna be my last days here, at least for the moment.
In Leiden at Meet and Make, this shop honestly has everything you could possibly need as a knitter or crocheter. It's one of those places where you walk in just to look and end up staying way longer than planned. The selection is huge, from yarn to fabric to tools, and the atmosphere is really welcoming. The staff was incredibly friendly and helpful. One time, a long time ago, a woman working there helped me find exactly what I was looking for, and when I asked about sewing courses, she also gave me some great suggestions. They actually have really nice fabric. Also in Leiden, I stopped by Steekje Los. It's a much smaller shop, but still has really nice and curated selection of yarns and pattern booklets. I found a yarn I really liked, the Scrumptious, which is made from recycled plastic bottles, so was the nice sustainable touch.
And this is crazy how on a Thursday afternoon it's 3 p.m. and there are so many people in the street. Everybody enjoying, having their coffee, iced coffee, iced latte. It's crazy. This is what I'll be missing. This culture, world culture in which they don't care. They will do everything that they need to do in their working hours, and then let's go get some sun, enjoy, and have a good time. That's how life needs to be lived, honestly. And I don't know, now everything feels good here. It's good weather, and I don't know if really it is like this for the weather or because it feels right, if it's the good place to be. Nothing needs to be forever. I can still come back and settle here, but will I, if I decide to leave, if now the decision has been taken? Nobody can tell me if it's the right decision. This moment, it is what it feels better. Even though I have doubts, of course I have doubts, and maybe I will still have doubts. But if I don't allow myself, as sometimes I'm thinking, okay, if 1 year and a half I haven't decided to come to the Netherlands, will my life be different? Of course. But have my life improved? Of course. Of course, I've learned so much. Many things have changed over the past year. And even though things have not gone as expected, as I was hoping, I'm still proud that they happened and that I made them happen. And I did everything that was in my power to make them work my ass. Sorry, maybe I should have not said hard. And I learned the hard way. Now it's good to be here. Yes and no. The next 10 days will be hard. Yes, yesterday evening was hard after work, being at home cooking. Yes, in Italy when I was at my place, even when I was alone at my place without my parents, only with Kala, my dog, I was happy. I didn't have this weight on the chest. My chest feels, I don't know, I cannot describe it. I don't even have the words in Italian. And it's difficult, and I like you see here, and where do I find? I will find many other beautiful places in Italy, of course, but would it be like this? Of course not. It needs to be forever Italy. Now I'm making many plans for the rest of this 2026, and maybe I can be in Italy for some time, and then I don't know, travel and take this time to travel, to do what last year I have not been able to do. And also like this, I can explore, I can see, and then I can make other good decisions. Let's see, it's a work in progress. Let's take some knitting and knit a bit together and keep each other company. For my last 10 days ever, never say never, but maybe I will come back in the Netherlands in the future, but it's not a plan for the upcoming future. So I've spent last 12 days in the Netherlands. Now I'm back to Italy for good. I don't know, maybe something else is in the making, but at this moment I am planning to be here. What I did in these days is bringing you with me to some knitting shops in Amsterdam, in Utrecht, in Leiden, and in The Hague. And of course, they are shops that I've discovered over time. For some of them, it was my first time there, mostly because in Amsterdam didn't go that much yarn shopping, as it was not that far of a city, far from The Hague. I was living in The Hague, and Amsterdam, The Hague is 50 minutes train ride. And most of the time I was going to Amsterdam was for kind of meetings, appointments with some friends, going to museums, and there was not much time for like passing by knitting shops. So it was very pleasurable that I had decided to come here as a last spot. One of the things that I really appreciate in the Netherlands is the fact that yarn shops have a great selection. They have a variety of quality yarn for all kind of budgets, and you can find some yarn that is produced in the Netherlands, some that are produced in Italy, some that are produced in England, in Germany, and wherever. And compared to Italy, at least in the cities I've been to, like in Naples, in Salerno, and in even Rome, you don't have that kind of feeling when you enter a knitting or a craft shop. You have, I think they are more kind of, they give you kind of a plain feeling, as you are going there to only purchase some yarn, like some specific yarn, like you need something specific for a project, not to kind of wonder whatever project you would like to see and open your eyes and see and be stunned by the incredible amount of possibilities of kind of patterns and choices that you might have. Of course, there are exceptions. I know a yarn shop that is in Sarno, I think, and that yarn shop was
is one of my favorite, but this one in I don't know how many cities, whilst in the Netherlands, in every city, in every kind of area, you can find a knitting shop where you can be amazed. And I think this is mostly because of the people that are behind the yarn shop. They are very dedicated, they are passionate about what they are doing, and therefore if you are passionate in something, you want to create a space that kind of resonates with you and that kind of screams, come here and buy some yarn and be stunned on the result on your sweater or whatever. That's, I think, is kind of the feeling. And one of the things that especially kind of excites me in the Netherlands is the fact that in most of the shops you can find events, craft nights, moments where you can meet people and kind of share the same passion with, and of course love for making new things kind of is the key of bonding with other people. So let's start together this ride across the Netherlands.
Came to Utrecht, visit a yarn shop, and it's nice. I love the fact that it's so sunny, it's beautiful, it's warm, like in 15 degrees. Yes, wow.
Most of the selection from sticks and cups in Utrecht is from Lang. They had a wide variety of Lang yarn, from cotton to wool to alpaca, everything that is possible. They have it. They have also knitting for olive, merino, mohair, silk mohair. Also I've seen let lupi, very beautiful. I have already tried to knit a pullover. I haven't finished, but I used let lupi and some hand-dyed yarn. Some years ago I came here and I bought some yarn from Lang. It was very soft and with which I made the basic bra from Naked Knit. Cross and Woods in Den Haag is probably the shop I feel most connected to. It's such a beautiful, calm space, full of carefully selected yarns and textiles. They focus a lot on responsible and high-quality materials, and you can really feel the attention to details in everything they carry, from yarn to book to tools and accessories. I've lived in Den Haag for the past year and a half, so I've come here many times, not just to buy yarn, but also to join their craft nights, which happen every first Friday of the month. There's always such a peaceful and welcoming atmosphere, and it's a mix of both Dutch and international people, which makes it even more special. The staff are incredibly kind and knowledgeable, and they are always happy to help and just to chat about projects. It happened many times. Some of the pieces indeed I've made actually from the yarn I bought here, like the Bokosh Merino Dals wool, which I used for the Sandro V neck pullover, and also I've got here the Petite Lamb's wool and Le Petit Silk Mohair by Biche and Bush, which I used to make my vest number 2, and even my Sio socks were made with the yarn from here that was the Superba Kashmiri Luxury sock yarn. They also have a really beautiful selection of fabrics. In Amsterdam, I visited 3 different but equally beautiful yarn shops. The first one is the Afstap. They have a huge selection of yarns, including lots of options from the Netherlands and pretty much all the Rowan yarn you could ever want. What I really liked is their color palette. It leans more into neutrals, but still offers a wide range of tones within each shade. It feels very balanced and easy to shop from, especially if you like more subtle colors. Then I went to Steven and Penelope, which is the most opposite but in the best way. They focus a lot on indie dyers, so you'll find a lot of hand-dyed yarns and much brighter, more playful colors. There's a lot of contrast compared these two yarn shops, which makes visiting both shops really interesting. They also have option for different budgets, so you can still find something even if you are trying to be mindful on the spending, so if you are trying to be on budget. And lastly, I stepped by Hooks and Yarn, and it's a smaller shop, but such a lovely one. They have a beautiful selection of yarns and accessories, and what makes it extra special is that the owner dyes her own yarn. And of course, I couldn't finish my journey empty-handed. So I made some shopping, not much because I didn't have much space in my luggage, but I picked up few yarns and I'm really excited and I can't wait to knit and work on it, even though I think they will need to wait until I think the end of the summer, or yes, later on, as now I need to focus on some summer knits. I will show you this one. Look the color. This is an hand-dyed yarn, dyed in Germany. The yarn is from Muminoki and is the Remy silk in the color Orange Cosmos, and is composed by 60% of wool and 60% of silk. And you have 425 meters for 100 grams, and can be knitted with two, like needle size between 2 and 3.5 millimeters. And I'm thinking of using it for a light scarf or maybe a small shawl, something simple that kind of add a colorful touch to every look. Like you can pass by basic to wow, stunning. So this is it. Then I've got a Nisager Twinny in the color 59, and this is quite it has a quite rustic feeling. It has for 100 grams 510 meters, and is of course 100% wool. As it feels, it has this kind of rustic feel that I like. I wanted to pair it with some mohair to maybe have kind of a bit softer feel in the end, and I bought 3 of these, and they will, I think, will look the same in the shop. I was trying to match it, so let's do it again together. So let's I don't know if you can see here. It kind of elevates because of course they will blend
together, and this would kind of add more speckled and more light, like a lighter version. So this is West Wall Glow Hair, 64% mohair and 36 mulberry silk, and 25, of course, 25 grams, 210 meters. I bought 3 of them. I think I will have some leftover. I bought all of these 5 skeins at Steven and Penelope, and they have kind of a policy in which if you don't use a skein of yarn, you can return it and get a refund. I don't know if, as I'm not planning to go, how this can be possible to be done. But in any case, it's a beautiful color. Even a kind of a small kind of collar or maybe scrunchie can be something to, or even I don't know. I will see how everything ends up. So these will be matching together, and I know that maybe it sounds that every time that I buy something very similar, but there are moments in which you dive into something and you cannot hold yourself, and maybe that is the time for orange, yellow tones. And lastly, I bought some fabrics. Very excited also because I am starting a sewing course. So I bought something I want to do to make some pochettes. This one will be, and I bought it of course at Meet and Make. These are 55 per 45 centimeters fabric, should be cotton, and look at this. This I'm planning to make for each of them 2 pochettes, but look at this, look at this. This will be beautiful to carry some of the accessories that I use for knitting. And this one I think is gonna be a gift. I don't know, I like cats, but they are not my favorite animals. I prefer much more dogs, but look at this, look at this, wow, like it a lot. I'm curious to see what I will like, how there will be as finished products, but I don't know, I'm happy. Anyhow, this is it for today. I hope that you like this trip with me, this kind of alternative video. I'm planning maybe to do something here in Italy, like visit some yarn shops, and let's see what is up to and what the future will bring us. And I'm very happy to be sharing these things and some part of my life with you. If you have any comments or recommendation, if you have visited the Netherlands and you want to share a comment, please reach out to me. I'm very happy to read everything in private or in the comments field. And nothing. If you like it, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and follow me for some more. See you in a later video. Bye.